and let us all do we can to build a better future.
So we're returning back to Unhinged Rants. So Kyle Kulinski decides to start shaming Dr. Cornel West, and at the same time, too, in another video, is shocked that the Trump prosecutions are politically targeted. Now, obviously, there are a lot of larger channels in YouTube on our entire community space where, again, there is this unnecessary shaming of third parties. So let's go ahead and pull up this first video here, just so all of you could see it firsthand. Again, of Kyle Kulinski going on an unhinged rant against third parties. You thought Crystal's rant about Marianne Williamson was bad? Well, get a load of this, and then the other video of him talking about how Trump is being politically targeted, and he's shocked by it.
Now, on the Cornel West front, look, understand something. I would like to talk to him and ask him, what do you think you're doing here? Like, what do you think you're doing here? Do you actually think you can win? Because you can't, because we don't have ranked choice voting. We still have first past the post voting. So
this is Kyle using tactics that we saw in 2020 as well as in 2016. And he has 1 million+ subscribers. This is what he's going to do as his platform: vote shaming against you.
What's your highest goal that you think you could achieve? Is it the 5% for the Green Party? Is that what it is? So that you can get matching funds and make it more viable. But again, I hate to tell you, the Green Party and no third party will be viable unless and until we get ranked choice voting.
How come you're not fighting for it then, Kyle? I believe in ranked choice voting. How come you're not telling people about it? Why not support citizen ballot initiatives for it, Kyle? Why not talk about it? Why don't I give you Roger Meadows' number so that way you could talk to Roger Meadows? Why don't you go ahead and message him? He'll go ahead and tell you what's going on about citizen ballot initiatives. Why don't you learn about that? Why don't you talk to people outside your little safe space bubble, Kyle?
Because until that point, there's always going to be this perception you're just a spoiler candidate. And by the way, if we get into a general election and it's Biden versus Trump, and Trump ends up winning because Cornel West got 5% of the vote or something, or 3% of the vote, and he gets blamed, that's going to set the movement back so much. People.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it won't. This guy has the audacity to start saying, oh, it's going to set the movement back. Guess who set the movement back? It was Bernie Sanders. It was AOC. It was DSA. It was Justice Democrats. It was Brand New Congress. It was Our Revolution. It was TYT, and it was you too, Kyle. Everyone's saying, we got to keep our powder dry. We got to hold Biden's feet to the fire. Hey, Biden and Harris's administration have been so lackluster. Progressives got nothing. So what? What? We got to hold our nose and vote for Biden again? No, absolutely not. And I'm going to encourage the need for third parties. And yes, Greens, Libertarians, Independents, I don't care who. Personally, just to make people like him upset. But he's going to say it's going to hold the movement back. He's going to tell you that you need to calm down. He's going to tell you that you got to fall in line. He's going to use his platform to tell you that it's not going to work. In what world do you think that's going to be A-okay, Kyle?
We're going to look at leftists as spoiled brats who are just getting in the way. Now, that's totally separate from the question as to whether or not the spoiler effect actually is real. But there's going to be a perception that it's real, and everybody's going to blame the left for Donald Trump winning. Now, I don't want that.
Good. I want to live rent-free in somebody's head. Do you have any idea how expensive it is to own a house in America? I hope that's the case. I really do. I hope that's the case. Please let that be the case. Please let me live rent-free in your head. Please let me be the person that's going to be your bad guy. I hope that that's the case. Please let me be the bad guy. I hope to God I am the bad guy. That'd be ever so nice. That would be so great.
That's happened. I know you guys don't want that to happen. So I'd love to ask Cornel West, like, what exactly are you doing here? Now, if he was going to run, he should have run as a Democrat. Why do I?
Don't run as a Democrat. See, again, oh, yeah, Cornel West should run, but run as a Democrat so that the primary can screw him in the wazoo. What? Are you that stupid, Kyle? Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb, Kyle? Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Seriously, again, we know what happened to Bernie Sanders in 2016 and 2020. We know what happened to Tulsi Gabbard and Andrew Yang. And yes, to your also fantastic candidate, Marianne Williamson, too. Take a hint. The DNC, it's a rigged system. The Republican primary is more Democratic than a Democratic primary. And that's not saying much. But he wants Dr. Cornel West to run as a Democrat. That's where movements and ideas go to die, when it's intertwined with the Democratic Party.
I say that. What's he polling at now? 1%? Well, Marianne Williamson is barely getting any media coverage.
What is interesting about Kyle coming after third parties is that he is making it abundantly clear that he wants you to be quiet. And again, he wants you to once again fall in line with the Democratic Party, and he wants you to be associated with the DNC and its false promises.
Still at 10% or more.
Again, hey, look, that's look. In comparison, there's your also fantastic Williamson right there.
So she's at 10 times what Cornel West is, simply because she decided to run as a Democrat. So I don't know what the strategy is. If you don't have ranked choice voting, if you don't get rid of first past the post voting, you're just doing a virtue signal fest. That's all it is. If you actually want to win, if you actually care about getting the country to change for the better, there's an intelligent way to do that, and not a way that self-disenfranchises you from being taken seriously. So I don't know what he's thinking. I would love to ask him, like, what exactly is the goal here? Is the goal to get to 5%?
Yes. Again, let's read this. Yes, jackass. And to build a movement instead of being a sheepdog for the Democratic Party. Yeah, Kyle. And by the way, pause him at a perfect spot right there. Yes. Yes, Kyle. Yes, Kyle. It is to build a new movement. It is to build a new organization. It is to build something different that's not, again, subservient to the DNC, to the Democrats. We don't owe the Democrats a goddamn thing. And so, yes, it's to get to 5%. I want the Libertarians to get to 5%. I'll even go a little step further. I want to see the Greens and the Libertarians actually win one electoral college vote just to trigger you. I don't care about a Trump re-election, but it somehow lives rent-free in your head, though.
Does he understand that the only way the Green Party or the Libertarian Party or any of these other parties would be viable is if you get ranked choice voting first? Does he understand that? I don't know.
And again, deep, big analysis, big brain analysis from Kyle Kulinski. But hold on. Hey, furthermore, I want to give a shout out to this person as well who captured this and put together this outstanding post. Shout out to, again, the Willie Bragg Show, Dirtbag Leftist. Be sure to follow them on Twitter. But hold on, you captured another gem here too, because here's Kyle's analysis on Trump. Because apparently Trump's prosecutions are politically targeted. But then goes on to say there will only be consequences at the ballot box for Republicans who hinder prosecution. Why not for Democrats using the Justice Department to politically target adversaries? Why not? Again, in-depth analysis from Kyle Kulinski.
As a result, Republicans are looking at ways to insert provisions in government funding legislation that would hinder federal and state prosecutors who have secured indictments for Trump based on unproven claims that he's being politically targeted. Let me just pause there. Of course, this is political. Now, it also happens to be correct. Like, he committed 91 crimes and they're going after him for 91 crimes. But if
look, again, he's admitting it. Let's rewind that again.
Who have secured indictments for Trump based on unproven claims that he's being politically targeted. Let me just pause there. Of course, this is political. Now, it also happens to be correct. Like, he committed 91 crimes and they're going after him for 91 crimes. But if Trump didn't run for president again, there's a very high likelihood they just wouldn't have brought the charges because they feel like he's out of sight, out of mind, forget about it. We're not going to break the precedent of not going after former presidents. Yeah, so it is political because they're like, well, now.
Wait, what, Kyle?
Going after former presidents. Yeah, so it is political because they're like, well, now he gives us no choice but to go after him. But they should have.
Hold on, wait, one more time.
Not going after former presidents. Yeah, so it is political because they're like, well, now he gives us no choice but to go after him. But they should have gone after him no matter what. So I think it both is political.
They couldn't go after him, Kyle. You want to know why? Because let's say if the Democrats really went after Trump, especially during the height of his presidency, you do realize that the same then could be applied to all the Democratic and Republican politicians that are serving in Washington, D.C. right now. Because again, I said this before. Yes, Trump is corrupt, but there are people who are professionals serving in Washington, D.C. that are far more corrupt than Donald Trump. Hate to break it to you people, but that's the real truth of it.
But it's also correct. So in a weird way, it's like, all right, by all means, go ahead. I'm your Huckleberry. You want to go for it? You want to try to defund the prosecutors in a naked attempt to protect Trump? Let me know how that works out for you, because there would be consequences for that at the ballot box. There's no doubt about it, man.
Yeah, there will be consequences for it. Because again, when you look at segments like this, shout out to Case Study QB, Trump is gaining popularity. You think this mugshot embarrassed him? No, he's gaining more power. He's more popular than before. And of course, this is from Fox News, and they have their own biases there, but the evidence is very clear. It's not pushing Trump supporters away from Trump. It's pushing many people towards Donald Trump, okay? Because Biden himself has proven to be an ineffective leader.
Over the weekend, with the help of mugshot merchandise, the Trump campaign raked in over $7 million. Today, my garbage man told me he's buying mugshot t-shirts for everyone he knows this Christmas. The mugshot's up on the side of buildings in the inner city. The 2016 phenomenon's happening all over again. Trump won that election because of a laser-like focus on the forgotten man. A bond was formed back then that can never be broken. And there's a new forgotten man, the black man. Democrats...
I want to pause right here. First of all, Jesse Waters. Whoever wrote that script for you on your teleprompter to read, there's a new forgotten man, the black man. Jesus Christ, buddy. Again, more evidence why we got to get rid of corporate media. But oh wow, really? Black people are forgotten in America? You know, well, hey, there's a new forgotten man. How many of you knew this? What? There are so many people forgotten in America. Hey, Jesse, listen, I know that you and your friends in corporate media live in your ivory tower, but why don't you for once just, walk on out and actually talk to average people? You'd be surprised how many of us have been forgotten. But I guess, hey, there's a new forgotten man. Breaking news. Breaking news there. Breaking news. I guess that's the case.
Have forgotten about him. The media and the professional class are so fixated with smearing and disqualifying one man that they've forgotten that the Democratic Party should be fixated on fixing problems. Better wages, better jobs, better schools, better health care. Democrats have overpromised and underdelivered for Black Americans for decades. And as this election rolls around, Democrats once again are obsessed with Trump instead of their most dependable voter. The mugshot crystallized that.
He got indicted? And Trump got a target on his back just like a black man.
Okay, let's come on. The last time another white president was compared to being a black man was Bill Clinton, and that did not turn out good for anybody, okay? Trust me on it. And Barack Obama, his administration, Jesus Christ, he ruined black wealth in America.
Y'all keep messing with him. Hey, Trump, go ahead and wipe that white paint out your face, man. You black now.
No!
You good in the hood. As far as I know, Trump is black. When are you guys gonna learn? The more you indict, the more we unite. Gangsters, how about Trump 2024? You heard me? Woo woo! Gangsters. The hood got this man back. It's Trump 2024. That's what it's gonna be, because we ain't having nothing else.
And look, again, earlier in this video, again, look, the more you indict Trump, the more it's going to make him popular. I mean, a lot of people are saying this. I've been saying this too. Again, the more corporate media, the Democrats, start trying to dogpile against Trump. Hey, Kyle, yes, this is politically motivated because you have an administration going after a potential political rival, something that everyone was afraid that Trump would do in 2020, which he did not do. Well, everybody's noticing it, and it's going to make Trump more popular.
Arresting Donald Trump not once, not twice, not three times, but 4 times did something I thought was impossible. It made Donald Trump into a sympathetic character. Made a billionaire a victim of the man. I know, it sounds crazy.
All right, calm down, Jesse. Calm down.
Black Americans throughout our history have felt unfairly victimized by the system. Historically, there's some truth to that. The mugshot.
Historically, there's some. See, just when I think Fox News is almost there, once I think they're almost there for that touchdown, they drop trout, take a dump, and say they made a home run.
Unintentionally created a bond between Donald Trump and Black Americans.
Y'all done locked Big Trump up like that? I don't appreciate none of that. Because let me tell y'all something now. These other presidents be saying good stuff to you, but doing bad stuff to you. Trump might be saying some bad stuff, but he was doing some good stuff. Check the records. Out of all the people this man could have freed, man, he freed Lil Wayne, man, the GOAT. He freed Kodak. You know?
You know what? I'm not going to argue with the results, man. I said the 2024 is going to be entertaining. It's going to trigger Kyle and Crystal and Blue MAGA, but I can't wait. Like I said, I'm going to cook myself a nice steak dinner on election night.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all done locked Big Trump up. Y'all got him in Atlanta, man. Free Big Trump.
Donald Trump's support for Black Americans has steadily been going up. In 2020, Biden won 91% of the Black vote. Trump had 8%. Just 3 years later, Biden's down 30 points with Black America. Trump's up 12%. There's a reason for that, a few of them. Metropolitan areas are rapidly decaying under Democrat leadership, not to mention inflation's eating away at Black bank accounts. Time for talks over. Joe Biden, more than any other president, represents the system. He represents the man. He represents the permanent Washington power broker whose callous policies created the forgotten man. And what better way to send a message to the system than to vote for the man who the system is trying to destroy?
This video is for every single Black person out there. If you really want to over this government that has over your ancestors, if you really want to over this government that helped kill Martin Luther King Jr., man, I'm asking you to do me a favor. Go vote for Donald Trump. Stay up, because they've been it up for us for the longest, and it's been them. Vote for Donald Trump.
The Democrats have made Trump a martyr.
Can't argue with that. And Kyle can sit here and cry and yell at third parties as much as he wants, but it's not going to work. I also want to state something here, too, and shout out to my viewing audience, because all of you have every right to weigh in on this, too. Miguel H., one of our moderators, says, one thing is clear, the Democrats want to lose on purpose. Monarch, you write, another thing that really pisses me off about Kyle Kulinski recently, completely silence on the Hawaii Maui fire. Absolutely. Whatever man says, Biden lost Roe v. Wade, but Trump. Also, real quick, too, again, somebody else wrote in the live stream chat, Joe Biden just turned Hawaii red. Can't argue with that either. That was Flush 75. Joe Biden turned Hawaii red, but tell me more about Donald Trump, please. Sigh. No, again, exactly. Look at how Biden has been handling natural and man-made disasters. Look how Biden's been handling this inflation. You could yell at me and scream at me as much as I want, as you want about third parties and, the danger it poses. But no, Joe Biden is proving to the American people he's not fit to lead. Blue MAGA, Kyle, Crystal, and everyone else that wants to surround Joe Biden. Joe Biden is a senile old bat, and he's got to go. He's got to go away for a long time. And if that offends you or triggers you, too bad, so sad.